So last night I watched The Big Short for the first time. I always heard the title, and finally watched it, and man, kind of had some familiar aspects to it. I was just struck with the idea that you can build just a mountain of empty shit on top of more shit, and people will bet on the shit, and then people will bet on the bets of the people who bet on the shit, and you can collapse the world. And I wasn't tied in at all to the market back in 2008, but I remember losing my contract. I was one of like 150 contractors for a company, and within like a matter of days, we all lost those contracts, and the company changed hands. Those contracts were shipped over to like Yemen and Pakistan for, people at the time would work for like $5 a day or some crazy thing. In principle, I'm not even opposed to that. If you can compete at that level, then I got to learn to compete. But the real fuel for that whole thing was just, bad mortgage-backed securities. So it just really felt pretty familiar to what we're seeing now. And probably the same players, I've seen footage of Ken Griffin talking about too connected to fail way back in, 07, 08, whenever that was. So, yeah, is this The Big Short 2.0? Are we on the threshold of another market collapse? I'm not knowledgeable enough to know one way or the other, and wouldn't give anybody advice on it either way. It just struck me that a lot of the terminology and vibes of that movie felt very similar to what we've gone through in the last 2.5, 3 years, depending on how long you've been around. So, yeah, I'm personally not interested in participating in this market any further. I've got a couple small positions in some other stuff, and then I'm done. It just doesn't appeal to me at all. Crypto for me personally is more appealing, and then more tangible kind of assets and producing other kind of tangible stuff that would become an investment. Anyway, that's just my take on it. I was really struck by that movie and how familiar it all felt. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well, and guess we're all going to see what happens Monday. So take care.